On this day, 81 years ago, Japanese bombers attacked a naval base at Pearl Harbor and killed over 2,400 U.S. service members and civilians. A handful of survivors from that attack attended a memorial service to honor and remember those who perished on December 7, 1941. They gathered near the USS Arizona Memorial. It was on board the Arizona that 1,177 sailors lost their lives, nearly half the death toll.
Those members of the warrior community, who we also call the greatest generation. We know you're not physically here, but be assured you are with us in our hearts. You're with us in our thoughts and in our gratitude.
Today's ceremony included a moment of silence at 7:55 a.m., the minute the attack began.
A sailor from Ventura was one of those killed during the attack on Pearl Harbor. After 81 long years, his remains are finally being brought home to his family. The family of the sailor, Claude Ralph Garcia, was stunned when they were notified by the United States Navy.
Now Garcia's relatives finally get some measure of closure on the anniversary of the Pearl Harbor attack. KTLA's Rick Chambers spoke with the family. He's with us from Ventura tonight. Rick.
Yeah, Micah, up until last year, Claude Garcia was just a photo in the family album. But of course, that all changed when his bones were positively ID'd. And as you mentioned, more than 8 decades after he was killed, he's finally been brought home, and just in time for Pearl Harbor Day.
We're bringing him home. We're going to bury him with his mother.
Rick Ruffinelli is talking about his great-uncle, Claude Garcia, a sailor aboard the battleship West Virginia when it was sunk at Pearl Harbor. And at 25 years old, the first person from Ventura County to die in the Second World War. Now, 81 years later, Claude's remains have been found and returned to Southern California, something Claude's mom and brother had long ago given up on.
How thrilled they would be to know that they had found his remains.
Rick was notified about a year ago that bones had been collected from the Punchbowl National Cemetery in Hawaii and that he and his sister should donate DNA. But they were skeptical it would ever lead to something.
But then in March, when they said, we have positively identified him and we want to make arrangements to return him home, I think that changed my attitude completely.
Suddenly, there was a kinship and an emotional attachment to someone he had never met.
It became very real that we were actually going to bring this person home and allow him to be interred with his family rather than being in Punchbowl in Hawaii. I know that my great-grandmother would have been ecstatic to know that her son was home.
And Rick gives all the credit to the U.S. Navy.
I'm awed by the efforts they've put forth and how sincere they've been, how helpful they've been.
Present arms.
And for local vets to help carry the flag-draped casket from the hearse. It meant a great deal to this family, still learning about its lost hero.
We feel that there is truly a relationship between us and Claude Garcia, even though we never really physically knew each other. And I think there'll be a lot of closure on Sunday, so hopefully the family will all look at it and be proud of the efforts of the Department of the Navy and us in being able to lay him to rest.
And of the 20 or so people who will be attending, the family members attending on Sunday will be the only person still living who actually knew Claude, and that's his niece, who is now 92 years old. In Ventura, I'm Rick Chambers. Guys, let me throw it back to you in the studio.
Rick, thank you.